Federal Legislative History on HeinOnline for the Intellectual Property Research course at Boston College Law School. After linking to HeinOnline from the Law Library homepage, you can expand the U.S. federal databases or browse the database by name to select U.S. Federal Legislative History Library. For easiest access to legislative history materials in HeinOnline, start in the Sources of Compiled Legislative History database, which is an electronic version of a book with the same name. BC Law Library has a copy of the book at our reference desk, which is annotated for our physical collection to help us locate the sources of compiled legislative history in our collection. You can browse the sources of compiled legislative history by public law number or an alphabetical list of popular names, or you can search the database using a number of fields, including bill number, Congress, popular name, or public law number. Let's run a search for Public Law 94-553, which is the copyright law revision of 1976. Here's the result. Opening the document, we see the public law number, bill number, and statutes at large citation, followed by a listing of sources of compiled legislative history. The first three are compiled legislative histories of the Copyright Revision Act of 1976 that are available through the other legislative history collection on HeinOnline, the U.S. Federal Legislative History Title Collection. While I could have gone directly to that collection, I find it more efficient to search in the Compiled Legislative Histories database and link to the titles from the title collection. Also, I can see that there is a fourth compiled legislative history, which is available on Westlaw. Linking to the second title, the Kamenstein Legislative History Project, we see a box that allows us to search within this legislative history, expand the table of contents, or open an individual volume. Returning back to our sources list for the compiled legislative histories for the Copyright Act, we can scroll down to see additional entries. In addition to the compiled legislative histories that contain the actual documents, there are also legislative histories that contain cites, but not the documents themselves. This article by Julius Markey in the Law Library Journal on the revision and its legislative history provides citations to and discusses their relevance. Because this law review article is on HeinOnline, we can link to a PDF of the article and read it right here.